welcome back if you are returning. Welcome if this is your first time stopping by. If you are newly subscribed, welcome and thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to hit that red button and join the family. Today's recipe for fluffy pancakes is for you, Tony. 1 cup of flour, salt, cinnamon, sugar, baking powder, coconut oil. You can use butter. If you're using a solid fat, you want to melt it, which is what's happening in that bowl. Some milk and warm water, and then I'm using 1 egg. To bring an egg to room temperature quickly, just set it in some faucet hot water for a few minutes. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is sift my dry ingredients just to help aerate my flour and remove any kind of lumps. So I'm just going to run that through my sieve, and then I'm going to give it a good whisk, and then I'll set it aside. And let's move on to the wet. I'm going to beat my egg, and then I'll combine it with the milk and the coconut oil. The reason you want your liquids at room temperature is if you're using a solid fat like I am, you don't want it to solidify when you add it back to the wet ingredients. So that's why I'm melting my coconut oil, that's why I added some warm water to my milk, and that's why I brought my egg to room temperature. So we'll add these together, we'll give it a mix, and then it'll be time to add our wet and dry. So I'm just going to whisk the wet into the dry. You just want to whisk it until it's combined. You don't want to over mix it. You may end up with some lumps, which is just fine. As you can see, I have some lumps in mine. Let's go over and get to frying. Of course, I'm using my cast iron pan. I'm just going to use my 1/4 cup to measure out my batter. I'm going to pour that into my pan, which I have melted about a 1/2 teaspoon of coconut oil in. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit, and then you're going to watch for these bubbles. Once they start to pop, it means it's time to flip your pancake. Get your spatula, just use your wrist to lift your pancake and flip it. So I'm just going to show it to you again. I've melted about a 1/2 teaspoon of coconut oil. I'm pouring 1/4 cup of batter. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit, and then I'll give you a close-up of the bubbles. You see how they're popping? Popping. So it's time to flip this bad boy. And voila, guys, there is an easy way to make yourself some fluffy pancakes. I love to eat mine with maple syrup or honey, so I'm pouring some maple syrup on here. Go ahead and give this a shot. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you next time.